Hello friends, and welcome back for episode 30 of our Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. We've got a lot to go over today. It's a big day in Terraria world for a lot of reasons, and a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. So first of all, I'm going to open my inventory, and I'm going to show you some stuff in it. And if you know what you're looking at, well, there's one or two things there that you might be really surprised by. Well, probably this one mostly, because this is actually an item you can only get from expert mode. What this does is it permanently increases the number of accessory slots you can hold. Now what that means is when I use this item, presumably, if it allows me to use it in normal mode, I will gain one more slot on the bottom of my grouping of slots there. The reason that I have this is because I decided, hey, I'm probably going to go to expert mode anyway later on. I may as well go ahead and send my character to the other world, fight the wall of flesh once, and get this now. So I'll have a big bonus to things. It'll give me sort of like an objective increase in my abilities going forward. It's going to happen either way. Why not do it now instead of later when it's actually more useful? So it wasn't a big deal. I just brought this character into my other world, the one that I did the expert Let's Play with Austin on, and I killed the wall of flesh, and it was doable, and there we go. So now I have that. I'm going to actually just use this right now and hope that it works. It doesn't. Crap. Alright, there goes that idea. So apparently you have to have an expert world to use it in? How does it know? It doesn't know the character is an expert character. You must have to pop it in an expert world. Alright, let's see if that's the case. Let's go test this theory out. I'm going out of the freaking borders of my world right now because I want to know what the answer is. So we're going to take it to expert LP, and we're going to settle our liquids, and we're going to go here, and we're going to do that. Now, I can do it. Look at that. Correct world. I cheated the system. Now I've got an extra inventory slot. Worth it? I guess. Why not just let you put it in the normal world? It really doesn't matter. It's funny because, like, honestly, it wasn't very much work to get. It's 100% guaranteed drop, provided you are someone who has not used one of those items before. Oh, by the way, I set my freaking spawn point to the bed. So, alright, that's fine. Second thing we have on our list, Blessed Apple. I happened to find this while I was doing a little bit of farming for gold, because I needed some gold for reforges and stuff, and building things. What this is a unicorn mount. It is a really useful mount, and it makes me a lot faster. So we're going to go ahead and pop our little apple over here. And now when I hit R, provided I get out of here, look at that. Oh, well, we drop our pickaxe axe. That's not usually the idea. Alright, fantastic. So now we should be able to run over the landscape a lot more quickly and efficiently. It's not the best when you're trying to jump up strange angles. It's really predominantly the best for, like, run left or run right. As you can see, I get very quick when I'm running in one direction. I'm really excited to get back to the house, though, because, and that's why I didn't just take off my spawn point and then just move, because I want to go back to the jungle a little bit, but I want to try and dye this unicorn rainbow colors, because that would be freaking awesome. Also, it was important that I get this inventory slot, because I actually have an intended use for it at the moment. I will show you what that is when we get back home. And our goal for today, after we get all of this wildness done, is hopefully I want to set up an arena and see about possibly fighting Plantera, because they actually did a little bit of a change-up on me that I wasn't expecting. In the past, you used to be able to actually go and get the Shroomite stuff all done, and then just go right to Shroomite armor and not even use Chlorophyte. Now you have to kill Plantera first, so I think I need the edge of the Chlorophyte armor to kill Plantera. Not 100% sure on that, but that's kind of what I'm operating under the belief of. Anyway, we're back home. Just before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I do want to just try on a rainbow dye on our pet. It would seem like such a waste not to do it, because if there was ever an animal that deserved to be colored rainbows, it would be this one. Alright, that's pretty freaking weird and sweet. I like it. Glad we got that done. Next thing on the list, we've got a damaged Yellets. This is a pretty good yo-yo, better than the one I have, in fact. This one has Ruthless on it, which gives it plus 19% damage, and it's at 54. This one has minus 15% damage, and it's at 54. So you do the math and tell me what you come up with, but I feel like it would be in our best interest to try reforging this, and perhaps we could even get some use out of it soon. Also, thank you for the gold, sir. So I'm going to actually do that right now. Reforge, place that. It's 6 gold. That's doable. 3% critical strike is not great. I have a platinum and 21 gold, by the way, so... Alright, I'll take demonic. It's not the best, but, you know, big improvement from 54 to 73 at this point in the game, I'd say. The one downside, though, is I don't think I get any kind of, like, status bonus. Like, with this one, when I hit stuff with it, it freezes them. Or I guess a debuff on the enemies, maybe a more correct way to say it. With the Yellets, I think it just hits stuff, and that's kind of the end of it. Well, regardless, I have another augmentation that we're going to throw in just a second for that. So let's throw our Yellets, or Amarok rather, in here. Oh, I also found the Zealous code, too, from the traveling vendor. He showed up and sold me one. So now we've got the unique situation of having... You know what? Let's sell that one. How is that possible, by the way? That one's superior. Superior at 49. Oh, Ruthless has the bigger damage bonus, right? Okay, that makes sense, actually. Never mind. What was I saying? Anyway, we're going to take the red counterweight, the yo-yo glove, and we're going to put together a little thing that makes the yo-yos better. The other thing I got from the traveling vendor, if you haven't noticed already, is this freaking sweet winter cape. I thought that looked kind of nice, so I look a little bit more regal. And since I went full-on purple demon ghost phantasm, I figured, hey, let's try it on, see how that look really suits me. So I need a white string, and I thought I'd actually made one already, but I can't remember where I put it. The next feature they need to add... Oh, I got more frost cores, by the way, so we can make frost armor soon. Next thing they need to add is a search your entire inventory with a search prompt button. I don't know why I'm looking in crafted dyes for this. Where would I have put a string? I would think materials. Did I just pass it? It's probably, like, right here in front of my eyes. Well, I can make more if I need to, but it just seems so unnecessary. Oh, here it is. I put it in my accessories. I guess this counts as an accessory, oddly enough. Okay, got it. So let's take all of these items and see how to craft them. Because apparently you don't do it where I expected you to do it. Maybe you do it by a table? What's the table meta? Is this... Nope. Alright, well, when in doubt, we bring it over to our guide. And we go, hey, Mr. Guide, what do I do with this? Well, we can color this about 1,000,000 different colors for whatever reason. I guess when you throw your yo-yo, you would see this string behind it? That seems like a lot of work, though, to go through for that. So we've got yo-yo bag. So that requires... Wait, are there... Oh, it does one for each crafting area. Cool. And what do I need to do? Tinker's Workshop. That makes sense because it's a freaking accessory. Okay, I'm real dumb. Got it. Also, we're just going to sell this off real quick. This gives me 6 gold, which actually makes me feel a lot better about that reforge that I did before. So, Tinker's Workshop is good. Yo-yo bag is good. And we got a plus 2% critical strike chance. And, oh, the slot goes away when you're on the other world. That's so lame. I thought I could cheat the system. They cheated me right back. Alright, well, now that kind of changes our priorities a little bit, because I was going to maybe use this yo-yo more, and I had tailored it. I freaking didn't even look over to the right side of my screen until this point in the Let's Play today. What I was going to do was use this yo-yo bag in conjunction with this new yo-yo I just got, and no, I'm not doing that permanently, but it should allow me to shoot out a bunch of yo-yos. Once you hit something, it'll send another one out. So, you can kind of do a lot more damage that way. It's kind of nice when you're doing crowd control. Now that I don't get the ability to do that, maybe I won't, and maybe I will refocus my efforts on something more productive. I don't know what that is yet, though, so I guess, well, one thing I do know is I have this item. I wanted to get this item anyway, and now I can put it into there. We'll have this be our yo-yo section. We've also got emblems. I don't know if I talked about emblems last time, but I found a ranger emblem. Did I talk about this? If I did, then sorry. But now we've got the best optimal setup for what I need for my character, which is, you know, right now I'm sort of focused on my demonic mega shark, which I want the damage bonuses if possible. You might also notice I have all 4 of these items. This was again from the traveling merchant. He showed up and hooked me up with this intrepid bricklayer that I needed to complete the whole set. I don't actually know what this item does exactly, but I'm told it's very good, so we're going to go ahead and make an architect gizmo pack Increases tile and wall placement, speed and reach. Automatically paints placed objects. Cool. Well, I got a hasty one of those, so I guess I would equip that, and then if I'm in a mood to build things, I can go nuts with it and build from far away. Good. Another object added to my list. This is, well, it's been kind of important, so I suppose I'll put it there. I kind of want to see what this does, too, just because I've never seen it before, so let's put on those boots and see about making flowers grow behind me. Oh, that's really weird, but kind of awesome. I wonder if I can use this to cheese strange plants. Probably not, right? I might be able to use it to cheese bait. I could just always... I could walk indefinitely firing behind me. And maybe 1 out of every million times I step, it'll create a strange plant. That would be actually really awesome, but I'm betting that's not what's actually going to happen. Okay, got the point. That's the fleeting flower boots. Now we've seen those. I'm impressed by them. I didn't expect that effect to be quite as cool as it is. Now we need one that creates rainbows on the ground everywhere we walk, just to be silly about it. I want to do, like, the ultimate rainbow build, where you've got, like, the rainbow gun and the rainbow unicorn with rainbow armor, walking on rainbow grass. I mean, it could all just be so beautiful. Anyway, next step. What is next? We need to get some chlorophyte. Did I show you what the totals were last time? So I ended up with quite a bit of it. We've got a full stack of 99 there. And then in my overflow bars, oh, I've got 1. So actually, I have a little less than I thought I did. Regardless, that's okay. I'll leave the one in the overflow because I'm going to probably get a bunch more and refill it soon. I'm going to go ahead and make a set of chlorophyte armor. What is it, 53 or 54? I don't remember. So let's do that. I want to do 16% range damage. Yes, thank you. I want to do 18 defense, and I want to do 13 defense. Alright, oh, I guess I got the exact right number because I have no more bars in my inventory. So we're at 47 total defense there. You can tell by the little shield in the corner. And what do we have for 13, 18, 13? This is 8, 16, 12. That's such a strange combination. The other thing is, well, it gave me that ammo use set bonus thing, right? The 25% chance not to use ammo. Now, we're going to get a Sims 2 Plumb Bob above our head, or any Sims, honestly. And this is going to shoot at enemies when they get close to us, and the only regret I have is that it does not seem to die, that Plumb Bob, which just boggles my mind considering it's such a freaking green object. I mean, if that was purple, it would be much cooler, and I've got a whole theme going on, so why not allow it to be purple, huh? You tell me. So we're going to take our old gear and throw it in here. Looks like we're filling up quite quickly here. We're going to have to move some of these wizard hats somewhere. So I want to keep the sets in sort of a linear order. We will eventually, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again, we'll eventually take all of these items and put them on proper display. Right now we're just sort of building our library, and once I get overflowed, you know, no room left, then I'll probably sort that out. So again, what I was hoping to do before was to take this sweet mushroom biome that I built over here. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Look at all the beautiful mushroom town that it's got. Oh, where's my man? Oh, here he is. Hi. And I was going to talk to Inoki. He actually blended in camouflage with the other mushrooms. And I was going to get the auto hammer, which is what lets me take my many, many mushrooms that I've collected and turn them into shroomite bars, which I can then use to, you know, make armor out of. That is not how it's going to go, evidently, because now, since 1.2.3, which, you know, admittedly, I should have probably known this already, but I didn't. I guess I was already past that point by then. Since that point, you've got to kill Plantera before it'll let you get to that next level of progression. I don't really know if I need to really be harvesting these, because I think I even have enough to do the full set of shroomite armor already, just from what I've had setting this up. I've harvested them a number of times already, just waiting for days to pass. I made a really dumb mistake, by the way, when I was trying to get that extra accessory slot from the Wall of Flesh. I didn't know that it was 100% drop if you don't have one, so I basically wasted my time and fought it about 20 times. So, like, I spent hours actually doing that. If you're trying to cheese the game the way I did, don't bother. Just use the character that doesn't have one, put the armor on it, and then switch back and forth. It makes life a lot faster and easier. So that was 208 mushrooms just from that one little task that I just did. I've now got 892 mushrooms. Things are getting pretty wild. And let's go ahead and make some more chlorophyte stuff. What I need to do now is grab some of these. I want to grab a lot of musket balls, and we're going to make some sweet bullets that will hopefully help me kill Plantera. I'm going to take a full stack of these, because I want basic stuff, because it's cheap. I'm going to actually take 2 full stacks of these. And then I'm going to go down here again. Hopefully I did this correctly. Yep, there they are. 70. So 70 musket balls, 1 chlorophyte bar gives you 70 bullets. And you can make stacks pretty quickly out of that. 25 is going to get you not quite 2 stacks. But you know what? That's not bad, actually. That's probably enough to get the job done, what I need to do anyway. Since I've got a few extra bars, though, I'm going to go ahead and just finish off that stack. Never hurts to have a few sort of, like, on back order. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I didn't bring enough. There, that's fine. This is actually fine. So we're going to go ahead and restack all of our junk over there. Put those away nice and fast. And now we've got some bullets. Again, if you forgot, the way that this works is it takes priority from top down. So if we want to go to these chlorophyte bullets instead of the infinite musket bag, we should put these ahead of it, put the bag at the bottom. Or actually just do that, because we're not using arrows right now. And that'll kind of cut through those a little at a time. You can have it go through a series of ammo as well if you want. If you've got like some, I don't know, say you're using Hellfire arrows and you're using a bow and you've got, you know, normal arrows under them or something like that, you can go from the good one to the medium one to the bad one, whatever you got, and then leave it off with the endless quiver. Well, there's no reason to have normal arrows and an endless quiver at the same time, but you know what I mean. Hopefully. So, I guess that leaves us at the next stage of actual progression. I know this has been a very crafting-heavy episode so far, and my apologies for that. What I want to do now is actually do a little bit more crafting, because, you know, I'm silly like that. Let's grab 3 campfires, and we're going to take with us our heart lamps as well. I can bring these back and put them back later if I feel necessary. I'm not sure if it will be. The only other real boss that I've got to deal with that I might be able to bring back to an arena-style area is the Golem. Not 100% sure if I can. There's actually a little stipulation to that, whether I can or not. It depends where the Golem summoning altar spawns, and we're going to figure that out later. So I've still got the frost bow. There's no reason to have hellfire arrows and a frost bow is what I've learned. So we're going to go ahead and put these back. You always want to keep gel on you, though. This is great for making torches, obviously, if you're not aware. And, well, other things as well, if you're trying to make sticky dynamite or sticky bombs or anything like that. I've got a bunch of wood there. I want to make some platforms. We're going to need to jump up and down through a bunch of areas. That's probably not nearly enough. I think I could probably use several hundred. Alright, that should be useful-ish. And the one nice thing about having this set, though, is it's going to shoot at all the enemies while I'm trying to build stuff. Chances are it won't do as much damage as I'd like, but it will get most of it done. Oh, and one more thing before I go. I was downstairs looking for money in the basement of the world, and I happened upon this lady here, the stylist. Is this her? I think this is her right here. And she sells a lot of stuff that I hadn't seen before. Hair dye remover, depth hair dye, life hair dye, mana hair dye, time hair dye, biome, party, rainbow, and speed. They're 15 gold for this. I'd like to actually check this out. I'll do it another time, but just wanted to show you. There was somebody in the comments who was very upset that I hadn't found the stylist yet. I figured I would just take a quick jaunt into the spider cave, and, well, you guys don't need to see the spider cave anymore. You get how that works. But anyway, I found her, and I unwrapped her from her prison. And now she's joined our group. Cool. I guess that's going to be it for crafting, even though that took like 20 minutes. So we're going to hopefully get the rest of what we need to get done right now. Let's look at our map real quick. So we got to go right a little, and, you know, we could just take the first crimson area in. I am aware that, again, I have to make some armors, right? I can make the spider fang armor. I can make the frost armor. I probably should have investigated the frost armor before I got into the chlorophyte armor, just in case it was better, but I didn't, so. Alright, there you can see the effect working as intended. Well, you'll see it lots more times than this, so it's not like I need to go out of my way to highlight it. But yeah, it just shoots a little ball of energy at everything that shows up near me. Like that. But yeah, it's nice having a little extra buddy, essentially, to shoot at stuff for you. You can pair that with other summons that'll come in and help out, which is something I intend to do at some point later. I would like to try every kind of different build. Oops, I forgot I've got the chlorophyte bullets ahead of my regular ones. For the sake of argument right now, I'm going to go ahead and switch actually the musket pouch ahead, and then we can go back later. This should be shooting regular, yes. Just checking my own work there. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do that I completely forgot to do early, well, we'll see if this comes back to bite me in the butt. It might not, it might. We'll see. Well, in addition to finding more life fruit, because more health is always good, I wanted to also see about maximizing my... Oh, and this is our Plantera bulb that I've got to keep in mind. So we're going to look for an arena based on this position. But I want to try and see what I can combine to make better accessories, because I've got a Warding Ranger emblem, I've got some souls now. I might be able to make an Avenger emblem, which is going to be a bigger DPS bonus. Although I do have the +4 defense on this, and now we're at 55, which is not a drastically huge improvement, to be honest. I was really counting on getting that extra inventory slot. I'm really let down about that. So where can we hollow out? It's looking like this is actually probably where it's going to be right here. We're just going to kind of do a bit of cutting through of this area. Maybe, I don't know if this is enough space. I'm going to hope it's enough space, and we're going to see how it works. So, let's say this is going to be our arena area. Let's get to work doing a little bit of beating up of this landscape. So what I aim to do here is we're going to get rid of all of the extra edges and things. Then we're going to toss a bunch of platforms in the way. We're going to hang up our heart lanterns. We're going to put down our campfires. And then the only other thing I could really do, well, there's a couple of things. If I really want to go full tryhard mode, I could set up teleporters wired from left to right across the arena. This one's very small, so I'm not sure how useful it would be in this particular instance. But the idea being to pull aggro from one side to the other, that way you can kind of infinitely train it back and forth, or kite it back and forth. Then you really won't take much damage, hopefully. I could also throw in some heart statues, which could be hooked up to timers, so basically every so often it'll drop a heart on the ground. I can also set up little honey wells that I can use to grab some extra hearts, or rather increased health regen. It's a helpful thing to have those, but I think these are like last resort elements. I don't know that I've usually gone for chlorophyte right away for this fight for bullets, so there's a chance that this might actually just be easier than I anticipate. Also, maybe I can just get some good dodges in, or maybe I'll just get wrecked. We're going to see in a few moments here what happens when we bust this bulb and start getting into trouble. The other thing is, I don't know where the other Plantera bulbs are going to be. I think they spawn usually 3 to 5 at a time in the jungle, so we'll be on the lookout for those. Hopefully they're reasonably conveniently placed, because if I have to drag my butt all around the jungle looking for more bulbs, then to bring them back to the arena, that gets to be very tedious and frustrating. Kind of one of the most annoying parts of the game, in my opinion, is having to build arenas and then, like, shuttle stuff around so you can actually use them. It'd be cool if, like, all the bosses just let you summon them where you want. I'm really surprised, actually, given how many summon items that they've made for the game, that Plantera doesn't have, like, a portable bulb. Well, I don't think it does, anyway. I haven't seen any indication of such. But even the lunar event, which we'll get to later on, does have its own summon item. It's just rather annoying to make. So, that's, you know, we'll see about all of that stuff. Fighting the end boss is going to be its own challenge that I'm not sure how I'm going to get really through. But if there's ever going to be a time when we really need to, like, do a lot of hints and maximizing, min-maxing everything, that'll be the point at which we do that. But I do hope to get a sweet dragon to help me come fight for that fight, and hopefully I'll have enough good armor and all of that it'll be fairly painless. I'm definitely going to want the Duke Fishron wings as well for the extra added mobility, because if you've seen how that final fight goes, it's pretty tricky. It requires a lot of agile dodging and moving about in the sky. Alright. So that's most of our area that I think we need to clear out. This is a really rather small area, to be honest. I don't know, again, if this is the best arena venue, but I think we'll try and make it work. I'm just kind of widening the walls here just to make sure we've got as much room as possible. And then I'm going to start placing down the platforms starting from bottom to top, I suppose. That way when I fall, I got something to grab back onto. So the thing that you don't remember a lot of the time is Plantera is actually very large just by itself. So it'll fill up a lot of this space. And then I just gotta hope that I can get out of the way. Alright, let's see if this does the job. We've got some room to fly up and down. You know what? I might want to get rid of this little chunk here too. I don't want to get stuck on the environment very often. I think that'll be a big problem. Smoothly moving in general in Terraria is always a good idea, and especially if you get stuck in those little corners like I told you about last time. You know, that can definitely get you killed. Just one instance of that. You know, climbing up on an angle and then getting wedged underneath something else. Definitely want to avoid it. Okay, so we've traded off the unending auto fire from my Mega Shark for now we've got the building sound on this episode. Well, I don't know which is worse. Alright, that's going to be good enough for now. And let's start with the platforms. We'll go from over here. You know what? I'm going to take my magic mirror out of the mix because I'm definitely going to click on it by accident. I'm going to be upset when I do. We're going to throw in a lot more torches because I want to see what I'm doing at all times. Oh, see, this is... right here would have been a problem if I didn't notice these were there. And we want to make sure that we've got room, but we also don't want to get too carried away because eventually Plantera will just despawn if we get too far away from it. Another little freaking nugget here. Blends right in. Is this good? Alright, I hope this does it. Let's do it. Platform, thank you. Oh, freaking torch right in the way. I'll move that in a sec, don't worry. Alright, so this is basically going to be a rather redundant task here, repetitive task. We're just going to make, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 platform lengths here, so that way we can jump up and down. If you haven't seen how people make arenas, there's, like, not that much of an art to it, until you get to the really complicated stuff, like adding in traps and really min-maxing every possible action that you can take. I hate that. Can't have that at all. Oh, come on. I know you're telling me use control, but control would do kind of things like that, I think, too. Actually, control doesn't really help you with building. It's just for clearing stuff. And we'll hang the heart lanterns, like, in the center. Really shouldn't be ignoring these as they're hitting me, because, I mean, I do want to have as much health as possible. You know, maybe we could just get away with 3 tiers on this sucker. Start up, like... oh, come on. Get out of my way, dude. Start, like, right here. There we go. This is a little bit of a tight squeeze. I don't really want to be too close to the ceiling. I might actually cut back a little bit of that ceiling, so I've got some room to roam. And then just making sure everything is evenly spaced, and we should be ready. Just out of curiosity, are there any other Plantera bulbs? There's no chance I'm going to see them. I know I've seen at least one other one, but I think it was a ways away. Pro tip, by the way, going to the map when you're in the middle of, like, a live, active battle area, probably not the best idea that I've had today. And in case you didn't notice, by the way, when we went to the mushroom biome that I made under the house, yes, I did clear all of that background out over a very long period of time. That's what was stopping everything from working. The dirt, I mean, it was actually a mushroom biome, but it, like, also wasn't. Like, the dude wouldn't move in until I cleared out the background so it could have a proper one. And then, as soon as I did that, then the mushroom stalks started blossoming and everything seemed like it was underway. So, what I had to do, by the way, because you can't just dig into a flat wall with no breaks in it, I had to actually carry down the background with my hammer from the surface level. So I went to where the surface met the dirt, and then I started carving away at it with the hammer. Took that seam, and I brought it through the ground down to the underground basement. And then I just kind of took it away from there to the left and right. So it was rather a bit of a big project. In fact, this is probably the most that I've spent so far on the Let's Play outside of recording, working on the world. I know this is a measure that will come up a lot in future episodes, but I think that was one of the bigger moments, was setting all of that stuff up. So just be aware. Some of this stuff does take a bit of time. I think I spent maybe 3 hours or so working on the mushroom biome. It might not look like it, but I did. Thankfully, I had SGDQ to watch in the background. It's nice, actually, to play this with, like, a second repetitive thing going on that you can sort of half pay attention to. Alright. We good? I think that might be about high enough. I just want to be able to jump over it in case I get stuck in the top corners. And I want to be able to see, like, where everything is. Alright. That's looking okay. Now, from a, you know, reasonably humble set of beginnings, we've got something. Now to get the campfires down. Do a little bit of one of these. I'll do one on each level. That way we should be generally... Oh, these aren't even. Sorry about that. It should be in grabbing proximity at all times of getting a little bit of extra HP. Is that? Boop, boop, and one tile to the left of that should do it. Excuse me, snails. I know the platforms are not even either. We're just gonna have to make do for now. So what we can do then is we've got to hang these heart lanterns off of something. I find generally best practice is just make a little dot in the background. Hopefully something you won't run into too much, because it doesn't accept platforms as a valid way to hang an object, so you got to do something like that. And there we go. We should be in contact with all of this stuff at all times. I see a mimic on our radar. Where is it actually, though? Is it up? It is up. We're doing a little bit of hot, cold. Where are we? Come on, mimic. Show yourself. No rare creatures. How do I not see it? Is it just sitting, obviously, someplace? It seems like I'm warmer when I'm over here. We're just looking for a freaking chest. This shouldn't be a difficult thing to see. Is it all the way up here? Oh, a strange plant. I will take that, thank you. Should put that on the radar. Are you under the water? There's like a whole bunch of area down here I could get into. Oh, come on. See, this is why I don't always pursue this stuff. Now the mimic seems to be gone. Did it despawn? Really? Oh, that's so annoying. Shout out to whoever was probably looking at it the whole time I was trying to dance around and find the thing. Yeah, it seems to be gone now. Alright. Well, I mean, I mostly just wanted it for the money, honestly. I don't think there's too many accessories I want from them anymore. But I never will turn down the free 15 or so gold. Anyway, there we go. We've pretty much got our arena set up to my satisfaction at the moment. I know, again, that there are other things I could do to maximize my chances of winning here, but why don't we just go for it, see what happens. We'll just see where we stand in the realm of, like, living and dying, right? There's a chance that I just get wrecked. If I do, I do. Then I come back stronger than ever and beat it next time with some better everything. Alright, so we'll get our chlorophyte bullets ready to go. And let's just go break the bulb over here. And let's just hope that the next bulb that spawns is fairly close. Alright, here we go. Plantera fight. So, first phase is not that crazy. It just basically kind of ambles around. And it's just gonna... Oh, we want to get our rain in, too. Where's our rain? Here it is. It's just gonna shoot some seeds at us a lot. And we're just gonna keep shooting at it. Try and stay out of its range as much as possible. But then it's gonna get real angry later on. And it's gonna start moving really quickly. We've got to watch out for that stuff. You know, it's like half dead already. I'm starting to think maybe I kind of over-exaggerated the difficulty of this fight. Let's see. Let's see if round 2 is worse. Here we go, round 2. I just want to keep doing clockwise circles around it, or counterclockwise. Really doesn't matter at all. We're letting the rain soak in. You know, most traditional plants are actually pretty thrilled to get involved with some rain. This one apparently not so much. Apparently does quite a number on it. Not sure why that is. But I'm not one to really speak for the biology of Terraria minions and life forms. I think it's just dead. Okay. That was actually not even a big deal. I made that seem like way more of a fuss than it was. Well, we've gotten some items out of this. What did we get? We got our temple key, of course, which is what we were after, and we got a deadly grenade launcher and some rockets to go with that, apparently. That's it. That's all we got, and some money, so no big deal. That's Plantera. We didn't get an axe. That's the rarest of all items that I would love to get someday. We'll grind it down, I'm sure. Axe, by the way, is just like a sweet guitar. That is, I think, also a weapon. I don't actually remember what its actual functional purpose is. Oh, we got a turtle shell. Cool. 1 of 3 necessary to move us forward in that respect. Let's go ahead and teleport back. Now that we've got this, we can go to the dungeon, we can go to the temple, and we can see what's up. There's not really any other thing that I want to do in the jungle, so why don't we just do some running back over with our beautiful rainbow unicorn. And what we're going to do when we get back... What is it that we're going to do when we get back? We're going to open up some strange plants. So I've got, I think, 3 today. I don't have a ton. I was looking around for them, but I just had some particularly bad spawn luck, as it turns out, which, you know, happens on occasion. It's getting more and more frustrating to run through this world, though, with all the damn crimson everywhere, but what are you going to do? That's just the way it is. Hey, the cyborg is here. I think that might be the last of the NPCs we were missing. And I think it maybe perfectly fills up all of the rooms that I've got set for them as well. The cyborg has some futuristic-looking weapons and technology items. It's not that I necessarily take a lot of use out of them, but it's nice to have every NPC just to say you've got them all. One day I'll go back and mine all those freaking meteor chunks out. And we should be home fairly soon. I was actually planning on making this into a mushroom biome as well. That's why it's so flat now. And this is going to get on my nerves, so we're just going to destroy part of this tree so that way I can fit my unicorn under it. Beautiful. Get some unicorn clearance is necessary, and of course we can't fit our unicorn into the actual house. Cool. We didn't even hardly use up that much chlorophyte bullets, or that many chlorophyte bullets. We've got 738 from a stack of like 980 or something. So we're in a good place when it comes to that stuff. Let's go over to our strange plant friend. Where are you? Here you are. One. There's one. I didn't have that before. Pixie dye. I've got the other ones in my general chest, so I'm going to have to go and check those out. I will look at them all at the same time. That was a total of 3. I thought I had 3 more. Alright, fair enough. And we'll go 1, 2. We got reflective and purple ooze. So our new dye today was the pixie dye. So I've had both of these before. Let's take a look at what this does. I'm gonna guess it makes me kind of whitish glowy or something like that. This little... Oh, okay. That's actually cooler than I expected. It's got a little bit of an orangey tint to it. Also, our traveling merchant is here. What do you have for me today? Lifeform analyzer, stopwatch, ultra bright torch, and DPS meter. I've got all of these already, so good try, bro. I hope you've got something else for me at some point. It's kind of a funny balance, in fact. Like, they want to keep interesting things coming in off the traveling merchant, but at the same time, you don't want things to be so rare that it's super annoying waiting for him to show up with the thing you need. So... Well, it looks like everything worked out in today's episode. I was really expecting to get killed for some reason by Plantera. It didn't happen. We didn't get really very good drops from him, but at the same time, we got what we needed, which was the temple key and our ability to go explore the dungeon. So next time, I guess you can vote on what you want me to do next. Either go to the dungeon and get some ectoplasm and cool weapon drops, or go to the temple and see about getting to the bottom of all of that business and see if we can go dislodge our golem altar and see if we can bring it back here. We may want to actually farm Plantera a few more times, see about getting better drops from it. Since I've got the lantern set up and all of that business, it really wasn't all that hard to do. I'm sure I could do it a second time if necessary. But let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think I should do next time? And, of course, if you think I have any practical applications for my pixie dye, feel free to chime in with that as well. But that's going to be it for today, so thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the episode, and I will see you next time.